Ah, we're live. Alright, let's start off the game. Got myself a new little dress. I should not pound my chest like that. I have titties now, actually. Plep. Last time on Final Fantasy XIV, we got our fucking asses beat.
Ready for round two?
Ready for round two? Hey, Raban. Speaking of, ready for round two, but... See to the wounded. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Sorry, we left them for a week. Didn't know they were still there. There's something absolutely shitposty about someone driving up in a fucking, like, muscle car to go tend to you. It was already cold when I got to him. There's naught I can do. The charm must have been important. You best take it to Conroy. Or Conroy. Is that it? That the only one? That's just the only dude? Here comes the boy. Hello, boy. Where's Thancred? Crowley, Salvino, I was like Pippin. I think Thancred has fucked off. I feel like we could have taken him if, like, Thancred or Raban jumped into the fight as well. Minago. Mefford. Where are you? Here's a little charm. Mefford's dead. This is... He's dead, isn't he? Mefford was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him nigh on 20 miles. Whoa. I forgot I had it on autoscroll. Whoops. His comrades loved him for it, of course. No, that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men in Quarry Mill away because he thought they were fighting for him and not the cause? Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. But that's exactly the kind of man who should be leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive. Not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kemp. And there never is. Who stands, who falls, in the heat of battle, we can but do our best. As he did. Mefford will be surely missed, aye, but because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not, and they need us now more than ever. Aye, aye, that they do. Forgive me, I had high hopes for him is all. Our defeat was no near thing. It was total. A humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As often have said, it is those who survive whom we must think of now. Ralger's reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castrum Orient will need to be taken by chocobo carriage, agreed? Good. I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. Forgive me, it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. Oh, I see. In that case, you're free to search the barber and take that which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Ah, sweet laudanum. I'm gonna pop that shit right away. Just like 10 feet away from a dying man. Oh, goody! Yummy. Yummy laudanum for me. Drink it by the bottle. Shotgun the entire container of laudanum. He starts seeing demons. You've heard of NyQuil chicken. Be prepared for something worse. Prepare for something so much worse. Miss Marshal Turpin said you had something for me? Yep. 3 empty bottles. Ishtola and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by her side the entire time. Thank you, Cryo. I'll work alongside. They'll need protection in case the Garleans try anything. Hang on, you're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish, then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrade's health allows. To Castrum Orient. I like to imagine, I like to imagine Ishtola is trying to read a book while they're, like, toting her by cart, and she starts getting motion sick. It's like, god damn it, I can't have anything.
So wait, how did Ishtola come back?
Oh, well, she wasn't dead. She was just, you know, they gave her medical attention, um, of which they, for once, actually addressed that your character is playing a healer in a cutscene. Cause Cryo goes like, "You're a healer, aren't you?" And you join in and start healing as well. That is such a good touch that it's so often ignored in cutscenes. Is like, hey, shouldn't the healer characters be helping in this situation? And it's like, wait, actually, no, they do show your character assisting during the cutscene, like casting cure on on Ishtola's wounds. Yeah, Conrad and Ishtola both got heavily injured. But neither of them died. There's a few people that did die, but Ishtola and Conrad they both lived. I think Mefrid, he's a guy that you meet in Quarry Mill. So you know in A Realm Reborn, where there's a bunch of Alamegans in Quarry Mill, and you basically need to get their assistance in order to be let into Little Alamigo.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those characters comes back into this expansion because like he moved on to here, and I do love the little touch that it's just like, yeah, you remember me, right? And I took a second, I was like, yeah, no, this is a guy from Quarry Mill. Yeah. Anyhow, he's dead now. the Damn. Yeah, you met him in A Realm Reborn. You thought he was gonna. He's like, oh sweet, he existed, and he's dead now. He died in the attack. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were decimated, and this state will not be mounting an assault on Castellum Velladino or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects, but first, we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you all at Castramorians. Understood? We'll go and speak with General Alden. Look, they call him the bull. Oh, is it because he's fierce? No, it's just because he, for whatever reason, has a flared penis.
And does everyone here know that? Yep.
Everyone here knows that.
How does everyone here know that? Did it like spread around? No, it was one drunken night.
Everyone here knows that. You know his gold saucer habits, right? Every femboy in Ul'dah knows. Every catboy in Ul'dah knows what his penis looks like. I love this reoccurring Raban slander that has consistently waited since the Realm Reborn streams.
People of Ul'dah.
Hundreds of hours of this stupid fucking joke.
We're not stopping here, folks.
Yeah. Pippin has already dispatched with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straightaway to Specula Imperatoris. Fuck, after quitting this place, 'twould seem he lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool will turn his back and walk away, but Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motive, this is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Castrum Orient, where we can discuss our plan forward there. I'm on the night, you know my hips lie. They do it all the time. They're terrible, actually. They're villainous hips. Crow is with Ishtola. She still hasn't woken up, but Crow says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wound, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray that she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen. When that Skull's commander cut down Mefred, a single blow and that was it. Everything he fought for, all his hopes and dreams for the future, gone in an instant. And do you know what the worst part? It wasn't a Garlean who did it. It was an Alamegan. God's help me if I ever... No, not now. Not while the general's waiting. Lise. Yeah, dude, she's been having a fucking rough time since, like, a little
Were it
before
not for
the
the swift
expansion.
actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
Lise has been having a fucking rough go since, like, the lead up to this expansion. So much shit. It's like, first Papalymo dies, and then people in her hometown are like, you're not one of us, and then now it's just like, oh. She watched she watched a person fighting for her homeland die to a person from said homeland.
Shit's rough.
Shit's rougher, man.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
I forgot they changed
future?
Rabad's voice actor.
I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mefred with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Grania Lupi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gia Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors, but they're our children, our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Nargo?
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Yes.
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I still can't believe how strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included. Gods help us if he's next in line to the Garlean throne.
Loath though I am to say it, we should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma,
a
where he
bedrobe
crushed the
over my
rebellion
dress.
utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varus's heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
You don't? No. I have a feeling you're about to tell us.
Well, to put it simply, we have one legatus overseeing two provinces a world apart. I say we divide and conquer. We kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more, thereby forcing Xenos to fight a war on two fronts.
Okay, yeah.
For that,
I could see
there
that.
would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised. And I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild. And when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there. Make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Alamigo has suffered enough.
We get to see wait, fuck, I forgot. Gogetsu. We get to see Gogetsu again, won't we? It goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government, here or anywhere else. And I am quite certain the same can be said about the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and assess the situation for ourselves and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good we few can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples have once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on, Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but it is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from Imperial oppression, whom we will free. Oh. Where men go as one, there is life, and where there is life, there is cause to hope. Our grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Otherd is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I am one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather Tataru is. But before we discuss that, there is another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it, if we could all make this journey together, someone would need to remain to serve as liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as Y'shtola cannot be left unattended, then I should obviously remain? Very well, issue addressed. You know, Alphino, it would have been quicker just to ask, and markedly less patronizing. Yes, I suppose. Would you be willing to look after Y'shtola and provide support to Arenvold and the others? Yes, Alphino, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip, and don't you dare return with a gift. Oh, I would not dream of it. Right then, sister, Lore, Lise, gather your things. We are for Limsa. Gather my things, I fucking live there. You stupid motherfucker. Click return. Where's Alpha now? Where's the boy? Where is the child? Alright, I'm gonna take a quick second actually to where's my sock? There's my sock. I wanna put on my shit. Tataru should be there any moment with our ship's captain. Here, any moment. So we're going by sea after all. Is Merweb lending us our pick of the Crimson Fleet? Not exactly. You're right in as much that we're traveling by sea. Regrettably, it is not it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's air defenses. But then it is equally infeasible to sail in an Eorzean Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice. Which leaves us with only one other option. Speak of the devil. Oh, we're getting a pirate. Okay. That makes sense, actually. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Kervelin of the Kraken's Arms? Hey, we met during the Rising Festival. The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates. Ah, don't worry about him. He's a businessman. And a hopeless romantic to boot. Greetings and salutations, scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement. Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has never been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. But where was I? Yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of the certain extenuating circumstances. We need you to smuggle us. And intent on securing passage to the Far East, you came to us, knowing us to be the proud purveyors of said region's finest spices, which you steal from God-fearing merchants out on the high seas. Whatever privateering the Kraken's Arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of peace. No, to the point. We are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause and negligible profit. Tataru, you ready to haggle? Alright. Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The Five Seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor unfortunate soul has come to grief out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragical tale of how the heir to House Durandare vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced his son still lives and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts. Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide the capricious whims of fate, I'm willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can only take you as far as Kugane, in Hingashi. We will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. This is why we bring Tataru to shit like this. Suddenly all those hours Tataru passed cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Night seems rather better spent, do they not? That said, I had intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something concerning about... There's something disconcerting about the pleasure Tataru took in making Captain Carvalin squirm. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they ready the vessel for departure. Tataru and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alice, I'd be grateful if you would use the time to brief Yorange on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea. How very prudent of you. Very well, I shall go and speak to him. What of Lauren Lease? I would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Laura. So, what I think I got out of that scene is that Captain Carvalin is the heir to House Durandare. And that is very funny. Because my first impression of him is not from the MSQ, it's from the Rising Festival.
There we go.
Hello. We're going to FF14 Japan via pirate ship.
Goofy.
Cause we can't bring an Eorzean ship halfway across the world without the Empire noticing. So we're taking a pirate smuggling vessel. Which means we had to talk with pirates. And I think the takeaway is that House Durandare's heir ran off to become a pirate, and he's Captain Carvalin. I think that is what we're supposed to take from that. Whereas, and Tataru used this point basically like he's willing to spend his basically implying his father is willing to pay a lot of money to know where his missing out at sea son is. So yeah. Also we need to... Another thing, a point... Yeah, So we're leaving the Alamiga in front. Alamigo is still having people fight from there, but the plan is to basically do a war on two fronts to sort of like fuck with Xeno. So it's like, okay, we have clearly this motherfucker, him being on the battlefield is too powerful, so we're gonna force him to be in two places at once, which he clearly can't do. So
I mean, if you cut him in half.
That said, we're going to Doma then. because... So, we actually... I like this expansion. We're actually helping the Alamegans and the Domans who have, since A Realm Reborn, basically gone like, it'd be really cool if we weren't oppressed. Well, here we are. We need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around at the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? The Rising Stones. I can still smell the blood. That... the solar of the Rising Stones. I can still smell Brita. It's blood in there. They never really got rid of all of it. I don't think I was ever there for your reaction to her death.
Whose death?
In Brita.
Oh. It was somewhere along the lines of, yo, what the fuck? Holy shit. Holy shit, and then me going and for like 3 minutes, she's fucking dead. Which I also like to imagine that was my in-game character's reaction of, yo, she's fucking dead. She's dead as hell.
I think in my instance it's very funny because I was playing, I'm playing White Mage. So it's like, she has a fucking hole in her chest, and her character makes no attempts to fucking heal that shit. It's like, what the fuck? But they don't normally address whether or not you're playing a healer. It's only this expansion that has ever done that. Only in this expansion have they had an MSQ cutscene address the fact you're playing a healer. And it should, in theory, be able to heal characters.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, the only thing I can do is probably just make the hole bigger, so...
Here, let me clog the hole. Let me just shove axe in there. Let me just clog that. There we go. Sorry about that, chat. I was putting on socks. Cause the weather is cold and I am wearing a dress. Oh, greetings, Laura. What brings you to the Told this day? We're liberating your homeland. Oh shit, really? The Irish Unification War of 2024. What? You are for Doma? Heavens, you Scions have shown us naught but kindness, and never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you'd fight for a homeland. For 25 years we suffered under their tyranny, and then we spied an opportunity. The Emperor dead, Garlemald in chaos? It seemed the time was right. Beneath our Lord's banner we gathered and fought to reclaim our nation, but when Xenos arrived with the 12th Legion, it was over in an instant. Yeah, it seems consistently this guy, this Xenos guy, he is just a strong enough dude on his own to basically outclass everything you fought up until this point, which seems insane conceptually. Yeah, what is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. That you go to join Yugirian Gogetsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? Okay, so we of the Nage clan have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle. Now it is home to the Imperial's Viceroy Witch and her host of men in Magitech. To think what was once the shining symbol of our heritage and the seat of dear Lord Kyan has become a den for Garlean dogs. I can't... Okay. Okay, I see the name. I see the name. I'm resisting an urge. I'm resisting an urge. Mar! Sorry. You're truly planning to travel to Doma. I do not know what to say. Forgive me, I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land nestled on the eastern coast of Othard. Along the banks of the one river, our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Garleans came. 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and to fish. But travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none. Lise, do you need to, like, scream into a pillow? I feel like you need to scream into a pillow at least once. It's good for you. Surely you would not regret screaming into a pillow. Just one loud cathartic, just let your fucking demons out. Let me pour myself some peach juice.
Me in the restroom when I
screaming into a pillow, fucking letting your demons out.
No, I left the whole house now.
Screaming into the toilet bowl so it echoes out.
Look, I want people down the street to know what torture I'm going through.
Yeah, I've been sleeping on peach juice. Damn, that shit good.
You have been sleeping on peach. Oh, what the fuck?
Ah, there you are. Learn anything interesting? The older Domans I spoke with tried to teach me about their far eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I'd like to think Eorzeans can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially as guardians, but anyways, did you know they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard, actually. Or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger Domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old... Wow! What you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us over for dinner, of course. I hope they do. Okay, they didn't kill her spirit. They didn't kill her streaks of being a little dumb sometimes. They can take many things from you. Your dumb attitude. Not one of them. We appreciate you, Elise. Right, no point of waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Laminsa. Alphino said to meet at the ferry docks, I think. If something happens to Elise, I'm airing out all of Garlemald. Xenos will witness a hate crime. It's like, the Warrior of Light, I've already bested you before. And then I just, like, throw TNT at him. He pulls out his gun blade. He aims for my dog. It's a Tannerite decoy. I made a clay statue of myself and painted it to look exactly like me. It's made out of C4. he meets Heidelin same day shipping. You returned. I trust you learned much from our Delman friends in Revenant's Toll. I'm eager to hear all, though that can wait until we've left port. We'll have enough time to... we have enough... time enough to talk on our journey to Kugane. Our spice trading friends have completed their preparations. Assuming you've completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we're ready to depart. I love boats. Board the Misery? Hell yeah, that's a fucking ship name. Oh, the Misery.
The fucking big boat.
Yeah. I don't think this is a smuggling vessel. This is a fuck you diving.
Full sure was I that I had come too late.
Hey there, Yuranjay. How you doing? How does it feel to be the Riku? You think Thancred would be the Riku, but...
Urianger,
You'd be dead wrong.
tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
I fucking love Thancred, man.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
English, Six Eyes.
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
And not like the English you think. No, we're talking about American English.
Aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient
You
wisdom may
fucking
serve
tool.
to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
Yuranjay, you are aware of separate universes and shit.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
What?
Here's a
Pipe
gun.
bomb.
Oh my god, I was about to say here's a gun, but he handed her a sword.
Where is he hiding that?
Beautiful. Is it for me?
Though undeniably
No.
powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall
That's not a
serve you
rapier.
just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Alright, and that should be...
Impressive. It feels
Oh,
as
okay,
though
I
it's
guess it is
attuned to
kind of a
my
rapier.
ether. I
Yeah.
should treasure it.
Big.
Okay, so they're basically going like, yeah, by the way, she's the red mage.
For the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards
Translation,
to
you
Thancred
fuckers
and
are
the
taking
others,
too long. Let's
and
go.
Take care.
Yeah, I'll say up until this point, so Alphino's fighting style, he's basically a summoner. He throws out his carbuncle, he does his little spells. Alice has basically been doing the equivalent of Skyrim, like, bound sword shit. But Yuan-Jay is like, making a sword out of pure energy is probably very taxing. Here's an actual physical sword you can channel energy into. That will be so much more convenient. And now, I think with that, they're like, okay, she's a red mage. Now that we have red mages in the game, she can be a red mage. Look at this fucking world map. All that shit over to the left, that's where, like, all the story has been going so far. We're now actually heading out of that small corner of the map.
A fine day, is it not? Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
Here's some tea, my lady. Oh, what flavor? Sleepy time vanilla. Son of a bitch, not again. Sleepy time vanilla. Fuck. He doesn't even do anything sinister. It's just... he just makes you pass the fuck out.
Is it supposed to do that?
Not under normal circumstances.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot.
Me!
The waves died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Are we fighting the fucking Kraken?
By what?
Can't rightly say, sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment.
I don't care if it's
Might I
good.
persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
Allow me to... Yeah. I think we've worn the mask enough. In fact, we're no longer in... Well, let us return to the drip Tataru gave us. Odd. Most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No, as the man said, despite the absence of wind and current, the misery somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire the cerulean engines you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based off knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engine... That's good. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at the present. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them things the lad saw. Things? I don't suppose I can convince you to attempt something more descriptive. An adjective, for example. Seawolf soup, superstitions and fairy tales, not more. But if you must know, the things which he is so reticent to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their death. Preposterous! I've never heard of a woman. Yes, indeed. If it is neither the sea nor the weather, which is possible, then it is probably a predatory entity of some sort. Perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse. To let the current take us where it will and deal with whatever we find there. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I'm beginning to like you, girl. Once we arrive at our destination, my crew shall remain with the ship to defend it while we venture forth to deal with the causes of our troubles. Now that it is settled, I know not what awaits us, but it will rule the day it reeled us in.
Pipe bomb.
Yeah, it's basically, if you didn't catch that, like, the ship is being fucking dragged by something. Oh, we have ourselves a duty. That's fun. That's a little zesty. Have ourselves a dungeon in the middle of this weird instance.
It immediately drops you into the ocean where they somehow master proper swimming, like underwater, and never use it again.
Yeah. Perfect underwater combat that never comes up with dynamic things like how Kingdom Hearts 3 fucks with yeah, make sure I let them know. I fucking love how much space this shit eats up. Okay, reapply that. We're gonna... Oh, this seems pretty easy to manage. so far. Not like a dungeon, it's just a neat little trial. Have ourselves some little banshees. Yo, that's cool. Where's the boy? There's the boy. There's the boy. Okay, I was trying to figure out. Alright, let's stun lock them. That gives our tank a little bit of time to regenerate some of his health. As well as... kill that shit. Aha! Time to use those lilies. Yo, that's fucking cool.
Get ugly. But cool.
Oop. Okay, nothing too hard, nothing too hard. Pass up on that. Oh my... You're really pushing it, buddy. Okay, let's... There we go. I cannot assume of that. Let me... The governor?
Evening, Governor.
Oh, it's not actual... Okay, it's not actual Doom. Alright, and we're good. There we go. Pass. 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 No, nothing good for me. Okay. Oh, you need a little something. Nothing to it. Alright, there we go. Oh, come on. Well, that's certainly interesting. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, okay. Fuck. All right. That was a cool enemy. Definitely did a little bit more with its AoEs. It has it had a neat gimmick that's easy to intuit. Hey, we got increased stone mastery. And none of these things I needed. Alright. There we go.
That appears to be the last of them.
Word from the Misery. Repairs are complete, and we may resume our journey without further delay.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
Very neat little thing. Man, we are going to the exact opposite side of the map. Could we have just traveled from the unless this universe is unless this setting is flat, we could have just gone west.
The smell of the salt and the crash of the
That seems easier.
As we drew closer to Kugana.
Unless it's like, hey, no, it's actually way bigger than the map shows. Like the world setting is even larger.
Open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Othard, from Doma. All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
Congratulations! You now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. Oh, and I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Nice. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you that we are far from home, with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Carvelin, I realize you pledge only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you'd go about reaching Othard, were you in your position. At risk at stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. Hello, train. The captain makes a good point. Just like that Yugiri and Gogetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Othard, assuming they're still not in the city. Or not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave that to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Carvelin, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in that large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end, or are about to begin, The Shiokaze hostelry is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect. Or so they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was ever a fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course, surely you did not think I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain, and may the navigator watch over and keep you. Right then, to the hostelry. After you.
By the 12th. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Right mindset, Tataru.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady. The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
I've never seen a gnome before. It is true that they're about that height.
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugani and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane.
Yeah, right? What the fuck,
Regardless,
man?
I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
My, such naked suspicion.
Yeah, for good reason.
I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
I feel like one Crystal Brave situation was enough.
If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
I'm with Alphino here.
Oh dear, have I offended you?
Yes.
Once again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing. Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain. You understand that you are come to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government. Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire, with whom you have such a difficult relationship.
To paraphrase,
Kugani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
I hope the Crystal Brave situation didn't leave you sour. It did. Fuck you. And you must be Lord Keaston, Slayer of Gods, Rider of Dragons, Savior of Ishgard, Stealer of Pants. If some of the more puzzling rumors are to be believed. Hey, who the fuck leaked who the fuck leaked that shit?
I did, because I didn't get my pair of pants back. They don't even fit you. They're like too big for you. Why do you have them?
Anyone who visits the gold saucer bathrooms will be missing something.
I didn't even they were still on me, on my legs.
the pickpocket ways of Oda.
What? You don't just steal what's in their pockets. You steal the full pant.
It's much more efficient. You could grab their wallet and keys at the same time. You don't know what the keys go to, but you have them.
Actually, funny twist. You basically steal these guys' pants, take their keys. You find out later the keys to your place.
Oh my. I knew it. May I say what an honor and a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. I just know you and I are gonna get along famously. Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company offices. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out various landmarks along the way, if you'd be so good as to follow me. I hope the Crystal Braves thing didn't leave any sour taste in your mouth. Bruh. They're still cleaning the blood off the walls. Everyone, if I could have your attention, please. You're now standing in Tenkonto. Loosely translated, the name means Spire of Drifting Souls, which, as some of you may have deduced, makes reference to the aetherite which stands over yonder. Oh, that's a pretty aetherite. And the design is markedly different from those of Charlayan, yet I trust its function... The design is markedly different from those of Charlayan, yet I trust its function is identical. A diplomat and a scholar, will wonders never cease. Far Eastern aetherite technologies have a long and storied tradition, I assure you. This particular example was constructed by the Onishishu, a collective of skilled craftsmen who guard their ancestral secrets with the techniques with the utmost secrecy. In short, you will find it no less reliable than its Western counterparts. Attune it if you like. The game going like, hey, please take this time to fucking grab this fast travel point. Beautiful though it may be, we cannot spend all day staring at the aetherite. Come, let us move along. The markets are next. Raban's flared penis as a result of the cum fruit.
Now, is that just a side effect, or?
Yes. It also gave him heart disease.
Oh. Is there actually any benefits this fruit gave him, or was it only kind of downsides?
I mean, it's the flared penis. It's like a club.
I think that for some people that might actually turn them away.
Have you not fantasized about being bludgeoned by a fucking blood object?
I sure hope you haven't.
Me stares at camera. I make art on Blue Sky. We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kugane. Kogane Dori. Kugane, as you are doubtless unaware, is an ancient Hingan word for gold. So in this prosperous port where golden fortunes are made, lesser fortunes, or kogane, are earned by the local merchants. It's all quite logical once you learn the language. Now you're beginning to speak my language. Oh, a kindred spirit. What a pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard-won gold. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company. You're with clients today. Why, if it isn't Master Kaiten. Pray allow me to introduce to you my esteemed guest, but recently come from distant Eorzea. This kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kogane Dori. Your sincerity is ever appreciated. As he says, I am Kaiten of the Hakuchi, Hakuchi. The Hakuchi clan. And it is an honor to serve as this overseer of these markets. As we receive many visitors in Kugane, we accept all manner of currencies. Rest assured, your Eorzean Guild are welcome here. I invite you to peruse our wares at your leisure. Arms, armors, foodstuffs, potables. Here you will find all of them and more. By the way, did you know the national currency of Doma is the peso? Threw me off, too.
Huh.
I used to have a few peso coins in like a little tiny chest. I was like, this is worth something. It's like 5 cents, basically. I had like, what, like 30 pesos in a fucking box at one point. I was really young, but I'm not sure how I even acquired those 30 pesos now that I think about it. If we may pause here a moment. This road leads to the Ishingai, the district in which Ishin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. Would this also be where the foreign embassies are found, including that of a certain empire? Precisely. So you see, it would not be at all unusual to cross paths with one of our Garlean cousins here. With this in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. We would not want any physical altercations, after all, such spats being strictly forbidden. Alright, let me sight read by that. The Sekisei Gumi punish breaches of the peace quite severely. I have seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation. Though, to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they are executed on the spot. What? Cut down then and there? You're joking, right? Would that I were, but alas, these samurai are a humorless lot. Why, I recall one instance when a foreign merchant and his cups dare laid hands on a Hingan aristocrat in front of a Sekisegumi, and the samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. I don't even want to think about that. So, as you see, it would behoove you to behave. Failing that, we may be forced to part ways with one another, or you with yourselves. In the manner of the late Teleji Adeleji. Sorry, I'm just remembering the, Oh, I amused myself, but we carry on. He made a joke about him being dead. Bro has to hell taker sunglasses. You know, those sunglasses are like one of two types of sunglasses that actually look good on me. I got like a weird fucking head frame in terms of like how it relates to glasses. The circular rims do significantly better for me. Circular rims and aviators, I think, are like the two types of glasses I could wear without it looking weird. Normal sunglasses look fucked up on me. I like the cut of your jib, Hancock. I like how some of the characters are like the characters are visibly upset by Hancock's joke. It took me a second to catch shit, but I got it. He's it's just like okay. It's like cause he went like, we may be separated from one another, or you from yourselves, in the manner of the late like Teleji Adeleji. It's like making a joke about him being fucking bisected. But we must carry on. I have yet to show you the Garlean consulate. I like how every character is like, what the fuck? That just sounds like you got tripped. Look. You gotta learn the drip. You gotta learn what looks good on you, and sometimes that takes a bit of trial and error. Normal ass sunglasses? They do not look good on me. I don't, for whatever reason, when placed on my face, they look weird, but if you get the circle rims or aviator, like, I need round rims, basically. I can't have any, like, I can't have, like, narrow shit. And this, as you may have surmised, is the consulate of you-know-who. Mark the guards at the gate. Are their uniforms not different from those you have seen in the West? Were you to travel far and wide, you would find that many such variations exist, often inspired by local designs, all of which goes to show that even a massive empire seeking to rule all of creation is not without its artisans. There is, oh, so much more I could speak of. The soothing waters of the onsen, the ephemeral delights of the pleasure district. But you are doubtless still weary from your long sea voyage. But I feel like the dress might look good with the circle sunglasses and a bun. Honestly, yeah, I could see it. I could see the circle sunglasses working for that. Honestly, if I had like a nice little sun cap, that would look real nice. I don't have like with those like wide straw hats, like Carmen Sandiego maxing. That could look good. And there is, oh, so much more I could speak of. Yeah, okay, wait. Whoop, yes, that was... Let us retire to the company offices. See the vision? Yeah, I see the vision. I have... It actually... That sort of aesthetic used to be one of my favorites to put into, like, a character design. It's very cute. At long last, we arrive at our destination. May I present to you our humble offices. We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come. Right this way. Is Big Robot Man not here, or is he just not talking? He's just not talking.
Huh? Oh. Sorry.
I know issues. Yeah, he's playing Minecraft on the side. Don't worry about him.
Actually, I've switched from off of Minecraft because the server kind of died for the night, so I'm playing Darksiders.
Ah.
Our thaumaturgist took great pains
Fucking
to ward these
puzzle
walls against
maxing
all
over
manner of
here.
surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality.
You are very cute. I am very cute. Glad you noticed. Crowfather, I am hitting the gritty. Tell me where my brother is.
How do I open you?
If you ever do that fit though, you have to show me.
You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit.
Cool and all, but I don't like showing my face.
You may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
The only way in which I'd show my face is if
the chairman bids
online
you consider
stuff
this
became
as
financially
an expression of
stable
his
that I
heartfelt
would not.
contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed.
The only way in which I would go about showing my face more often would be if online stuff became financially stable enough that, like, I wouldn't have to worry about potential risks to employment.
Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
That was Gosetsu, not Gogetsu.
The Auri Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be...
Oh, he is a Rogadan. Okay, I thought he was just like a human that had human texture wrapped over Rogadan.
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me. This calls for a map. We are here in Kugani, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast. Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha. Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy.
Okay, send Burning Sherman there.
Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the
Why the fuck
activities
did
of the
they not
Confederacy.
see any value in that?
The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire.
Yeah,
Bowing
that's
to this
smart.
pressure,
That's such an
Hingashi severed ties
important
with these
section of
toll-takers and
water.
forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
It's like, oh, the Garleans didn't see it important to control a very important section of the water? The fuck you mean they didn't?
I'm told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process. And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
Yeah, like anyone that knows anything about history knows that like controlling a section of sea like that is so fucking important. That seems like tactical negligence to just not think of that as an important piece of important piece of territory to take. What the fuck, actually? Like, because it's actually very strong to have control over one, like, a channel of entry between cause like any boats that want to do like trade with those territories need to go through there for the most part. Like that is a section of water that would reasonably have a lot of merchant traffic, and having control of that, holy shit, that's a game changer. There have been wars fought over shit like that, like... The Garleans thinking that isn't an important piece of water, the like, important part of the seas to, like, take control of? That is insane. Yeah, no, the Viceroy made a good decision.
From the sounds of it, they might be getting a little too complacent.
Yeah, it's like, it's actually a good decision of the Viceroy. It's like, oh, the Viceroy has decided to stop recognizing the Confederacy's power over that section of sea. Is like, actually, yeah, that's smart, because they should do the next step and beat them into submission. That's such an important piece of territory. What the fuck? No, I am reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord Lolorito's debt. We must avail ourselves of what means are available. Our Alamegan allies place their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them. It would seem insufficient for us all to venture out together in search of information on Yugiri Gosetsu's whereabouts. Agreed? Agreed. We need to cast our net wider, split up and pursue all available avenues of inquiry. And if we're to coordinate our efforts effectively, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed, Tataru would seem best suited to the task of organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning the individuals Hancock identified. Alice and I will take those in the southern districts of the city, and the two of you can take those in the north. In anticipation of such eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing some few sketches of Yugiri and Gosetsu during our voyage. Jesus fuck, Alphino. Wow, Tola warned me you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. This is the first time we actually see his art, actually. Alphino's art, though I think like the actual artist is at the very bottom. Look at Gosetsu. Look at that man.
Hell yeah.
Look at this boy.
Look at that man.
With a fucking cubicle face. Looks like it's you and me, Laura. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. Pulls out strap. Wait.
I was about to make a similar joke. It's like, we'll like figure out where to start. I usually start with the shirt.
Grabs our tie. You did suggest I scream into a pillow. Wow, Alphinaud's sketches are so... I don't know how to put it, but they're very... Well, see it for yourself. Are we seeing it again? You can view Alphinaud's sketch at any time during this quest by using the... They're like, during this quest, you could just stare at it. You could just stare at the item anytime. We don't blame you. It's very good art. It's very pretty. Oh, I have to view it with. Okay. So we do that, then we go to key items, and then we view it. It looks more like them than they do. Honestly, you could make a living doing this. Oh, sorry. No time for distractions. Why don't we start by visiting Karaku at the Unsen? That was it. We appreciate you, Lise. I did it too. Fuck. And also, to answer your question, shrug, sometimes you can make a living on that. It's really hard for artists right now. If I went about trying to get into art maybe a few years earlier, I probably would have had a better time. Like 2 years sooner, I probably would have been just fine. But, ugh. The current times for being an artist is fucking rough. Oh, I should probably be attuning to Aetherites. Like, Ethernets. That would probably be smart, actually. Alright, have you seen Yugiri? I am Yugiri. No, Yugiri. Yeah. Yugiri. Dumb joke. Oh. Chat, don't look at me. Gamers, don't look up. Except I guess I did. I did actually. Come on, come on. Burns, cuts, embarrassing rashes. There is not the mystical waters of Bokais and hot springs cannot heal. Oh, what is that in your hand? Have you seen these people? You seek this aura and this Roka then, do you? Thousands apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policy to divulge information regarding patrons, past or present. Please, we came all the way from Eorzea to help our friends. We have a reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. They seek privacy and discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only the Sekisegumi may demand otherwise. I'm sorry, but there is naught I can do. I suppose we'll just have to ask someone else then. What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Kodakaze, was it? There we go, already a little helpful. Welcome, traveler. May I interest you in some rice wine? Exceptional quality, delivered but the other day.
May I offer you some rice wine? A warm bed? Me, baby.
May
and
I
also potentially in that order. Tat's fingers together.
May I offer you a scalpel so that you may give me your kidney? Your kidney, please, for me? Your kidney for me?
Give me your fucking kidney right now.
Get in the tub, kidney. Aha. An Ori shinobi and a Rokudan samurai. If I may, I would answer your question with some few of mine. If I speak of which you know, Ijin, be not offended. You are familiar with the situation in the lands across the Ruby Sea. The doomed rebellion after 2.5 decades of quiet. I see. And you are familiar with the ways of Hingashi. How we elect to stand apart and support no cause but our own, indifferent and callous, some may call us, but pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation such as ours is to survive. But we're not fools. Complete isolation is impractical, and so Kugane is open to Ishin. And we are equally hospitable to all. Or, if I may speak more plainly, yes, I can help you, but if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment. If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish, 2 individuals of whom you speak did indeed come here. And they sought passage across the Ruby Sea. Few ships are willing to make the trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf. That was the extent of our interaction. I will provide you with the names of the captains, if you like. You've been a great help, Mistress Kodakaze. I'll be sure to come back for that wine sometime. We would welcome your customness. We should question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first 3, I'll take the rest. In a fight? What? No! Idiot. And we'll meet here when we've finished. Alright? Good? Good luck! Get it on tape. On what? Yeah, I just want to climb up here. Spice trader. You ask me if I've seen this Ori woman and this Rogadan samurai? The woman is unknown to me, but the man is not. He was for Doma, but I could not help him, which travel solely between here and Ratzathan. It would be an unreasonable detour. Yes, a Rogadan gentleman did approach me. He wanted to charter a ship to take him across the Ruby Sea, the Mad Devil. I sent him away like all the others before him. The woman? I know her not. Okay, so they've seen Gosetsu, but they haven't seen Yogiri. Interesting. Did they get separated? Oh my god, this fucking city. Look at this shit. Here, let me...
Take a proper look.
I just realized the fucking sightline. Like, this is a city.
A proper city.
Yeah, this is a full-on fucking city. Passengers? Nah, we no longer offer that service. Too much trouble. Now we only transport goods. I told this to the samurai and sent him on his way. The woman... If it is women you seek, the pleasure houses have plenty. I don't know how I accurately guessed this type of guy, but... Look, I know you're a little fruity. I can smell it on you. I know Merweb's stench anywhere. Oh,
wait, but how do you know? Well, you don't think she traveled around? She was a pirate.
I know a stench anywhere, but oh my god, is that also General Alden? That I... How did... Oh, never mind. Judging from the look of your face, you didn't have much better luck than I did. Good joke, game. That said, we've been going a little overtime. Hello, train. We've been going a little overtime. I think this is a good stopping point. I might need to put this on pause, like this game on pause for like a month or two. Just because I need to be a little bit frugal here and there, so I might need to put my subscription on pause. That said, hey YouTube, you can find me on Twitch. Hey Twitch, you can find me on YouTube. I'll be drawing some shit for Blue Sky later. I also posted a picture of me in a neat little dress. I used the picture in which I fucked up on setting it to have a timed, like, before taking the shot. If you want to fund my existence, I have a Ko-Fi. If you want to fund bad habits and fashion choices, I have a Throne. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll probably play something like Tales of Arise. I might continue Tales of Arise. Yeah. Or I could continue Digimon. Either one. I'm okay with either one. We'll figure it out when we get there. I'll see you guys